catch, and all you need is tennis balls. I provided each group with one tennis ball, and they had 1 minute to see how many times they can catch the tennis ball within their group. And then when we came back inside, they received the poster board that either had a table or a graph that they had to complete. So here are some student samples. So students used their rate to complete the table or to complete a graph. And what I had students do was write a linear equation to represent their graph or table so we can start preparing for making connections. When we transitioned back to the worksheet, they had to answer question number 3, where they was asked to find the slope of their table or graph using the slope formula. Now, we've been working with the slope formula for a couple of days, so this part wasn't new. But what I wanted kids to see was that look at your slope and look at your linear equation. Do you notice anything? And I wanted them to notice, well, the value you got for your slope, that's the same value as your unit rate. And after question number 3, I had one person from each group bring their poster board up. I believe there were like 6 or 7 different groups. And students had to look at the equations on each poster to determine which group caught the tennis ball at the fastest rate. And it was good mathematical discussion. We talked about looking at the graphs where we have to really be careful because on each group, they count about different intervals on their y-axis. So although it may look same, the slope may appear to be the same, it wasn't. So you really had to pay attention to the equation because that kind of gave you more insight. And we also talked about the y-intercept, and I had kids discuss, okay, why is the y-intercept 0 in this situation? And once again, I was looking for vocabulary. It was really good. Now, one thing about this activity, it's a good formative activity, especially when you're trying to evaluate kids on feedback, collaborating, making sure they really understand the concept. You're able to go to each group and listen to the discussion and also add input that add value to what they're discussing. So I hope you enjoyed this activity. Please send me messages. If you would like this worksheet, you can definitely tweak it. Once again, this was spur of the moment, something I created on the fly and I tried yesterday. I got good feedback. So I look for additional feedback from you all. So you all enjoy the rest of your day. Deuces.